Welcome to Post-Trauma Secrets and Decluttering podcast. This is a season full of surprises. You will learn tons of story and information about holistic decluttering journey, let go of trauma and clutter, and take back control of life and home. This season is particularly special for me because I shared a mic with one of our extraordinary clients, and I had the chance to witness her amazing transformation. To see her take control of her life and find peace and joy was so amazing, and I'm so grateful that she accepted to interview me. As a church pastor, Reverend Tammy was trusted by her congregation to take care for them in their painful moments. As she cared for others, she was living in her own painful story. At the age of 30, she was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, and found coping with life's simplest task, was becoming difficult and taking more of her energy. She decided that nothing was going to take her life from her and began a journey of recovery and created a life that is thriving.
Thank you, Valerie. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into something truly transformative, the DOers Academy Momentum. The program promises to help permanently end suffering caused by clutter and create the life you deserve. We've got one of the creators and experts of DOers Academy here to share all the amazing details. Get ready to be inspired and take control of your life. Let's get started. Valerie, can you start by telling us what DOers Academy Momentum is and what inspired its creation?
Of course, I love the subject. DOers Academy Momentum is the culmination of over a decade of dedication and growth. It began with my own journey to get out of a mess and evolve into a passion for helping others. We didn't just rely on personal experience. We dove into science, incorporating insight from hundreds of research papers. We consulted with top experts, brain scientists, doctors, psychiatrists, wellness professionals, to create a program that tackles clutter, trauma, focus, and attention deficit. Our vision is bold. We want to help 100,000 people permanently end the suffering caused by clutter. This isn't just about tidying up. It's about transforming lives. Imagine living clutter-free, both physically and mentally. We're here to guide you every step of the way, creating a peaceful and fulfilling life where you can truly thrive. We're incredibly excited to share this journey with our participants.
Valerie, that sounds amazing. Let me see if I understand you correctly. You consulted with professionals, doctors, psychiatrists. You went into the science of clutter and the recovery. Is that correct?
That's totally correct. Yes, because I came from a scientific background. Like I was studying in occupational therapy decades ago. And I also was as first responder, master instructor. So I come really with a background of teaching and a background of science and medical field. So that's one of my passions. And I really want to help others.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's your passion and certainly a gift to all of us. What makes DOers Academy Momentum different from other self-help and decluttering programs?
What sets DOers Academy Momentum apart is our comprehensive approach. We offer lifetime access to our ultimate decluttering and organizing roadmap, 12 months of motivation calls, live Q&A session weekly, and supportive community forum. Plus, we provide special coaching calls that cover everything from stress management to affirmation. Our program is deeply rooted in scientific research and designed with input from top experts. It's not just about decluttering your space, it's about transforming your life, tackling trauma, and building lasting self-love and confidence. We're here to guide you every step of the way, not just one tiny step on your journey.
And it is a beautiful program. I have been through it myself, and I can testify that every word of this is true. It is a comprehensive program that goes into the details of tackling trauma and building a life of self-love and abundance and confidence. And I am so excited to be here with you, Valerie, and sharing this. And thank you. Thank you for this. Well, we'll continue with our questions. Can you walk us through some of the key features of the program, such as the motivation calls and the specialized calls?
Absolutely. Let's talk about our key features, starting with the motivation call. These are life accountability coaching sessions that help you make consistent progress to get closer to your goals. Since decluttering is a long-term process, I always say it didn't accumulate in a day, it won't go overnight. These calls are crucial for keeping you on track. They provide assistance and motivation, increasing your chance of success from maybe 50% to 75% and more. Next, we have the specialized calls. These cover various aspects of the holistic decluttering that we talk about all during this season of the podcast, such as stress, mindset, time, energy, and of course, decluttering itself. These calls, dive deep into each topic, helping participants align with the process and make meaningful changes. And we can't forget our Declutter Together calls. In these remote sessions, a facilitator helps motivate and guide participants as they declutter in real time. Our members love the energy and support from these live calls. It's all about creating a supportive and interactive environment to help you succeed.
Valerie, that's absolutely amazing. I love the chance that it gives people, the greater chance. You stated that your success rate goes from 50% to 75% because of the calls. Yes, I would say I have to believe in that because I have tried to declutter and I just couldn't get anywhere with it. But joining this program and participating in the calls and feeling I had a sense of support and community from the calls really helped me a lot. Valerie, talking about community, how do the community and feeling not alone contribute to the participants' journey?
Tammy, feeling part of a community is a game changer. Our community forums provide real-time support and a sense of belongings, which is crucial for motivation and progress. Participants share their journeys, celebrate wins, and support each other through challenges because during the time of a program, sometimes life can throw you curveballs, and it's not time to drop all of what you're doing. It's time to get support and be able to continue moving forward. So for example, someone may post about a decluttering breakthrough, and others will jump in and congratulate and tip, Or if someone is struggling,
Yes,
like a medical problem just happened in the family, the community rallies to offer advice and encouragement. This constant support makes the journey less lonely and much more empowering.
it absolutely does. When I came into the program, I did not know how to celebrate. So that was a gift that I learned from the community. And also, just a few months into the community, my husband was sick and my mother was sick, and I was taking care of both of them, and it was consuming a lot of my time. I stopped into the forum once a week for a call and received so much support, and it helped sustain me over that long month of taking care of others. It's a beautiful community and it certainly works. Well, we'll go on with our questions now. What are the main benefits participants can expect from the program?
Oh, that's a tricky question because different participants may need different things. But let's say in general, when we can't promise specific results since it varies by individual and external factor, our members commonly experience amazing benefits. These include gaining clarity and direction, when those brain fog goes away, boosting self-confidence and
Yes.
self-trust, and building an incredible toolbox to handle stress and anxiety. Participants often see improved decision-making, deeper self-commitment, and self-love. Plus, they get personalized guidance and celebrate continuous win. Many also report better relationships, improved health, and even unexpected bonus like work promotion and saving money from effective decluttering. It's really a transformative journey.
It certainly is. I know that my life has been transformed and I've experienced much of what you've mentioned. Better relationships, improved health, my sleep is so much better, and so much more. Can you, Valerie, share with us some success stories or testimonies from people who have gone through the program?
Yes, and I will. And I reserve you a surprise today because I was knowing you will ask me that question. So we have one of our participants in the program. Her name is Lauren, and she is just amazing. And the journey she did from when she started her first call to today is just incredible. So without any talking longer, I will share a video that Lauren allowed me to share.
Well, my name is Lauren, and I'm a retired educator and military officer. I was thinking about this morning in the shower, actually. I started with the clutter when I was in the military, and then it got so much worse when I retired from the military, and I went into education, and things just piled up and piled up and piled up, and I bought and I bought and I bought, and I never got rid of, and kept buying bigger houses to accommodate the stuff rather than downsizing to accommodate the house. And I was just, well, I retired from education, and I got stuck in the house for 2.5 years with COVID, and I had just pretty much given up, not only on clutter, but on everything else. So I became a homebody at that point, and not real happy in my home either. I spent a lot of time on Facebook then, and I was going along, and I've been in a few other programs that were, this is how you do it, and they never did work for me, or I never did work them, because there was, the how to do it isn't a problem. The problem is doing it. And why am I holding on to all of this stuff? So when I saw that Do Well said, this is very likely why you do what you do, and until you confront the thinking and the emotions that are tied to decluttering, it's going to be ineffective to try to declutter. And I thought, wow, that's me. So I always felt like I had to have it. I had to possess it, whatever it was. That is beautiful. I must have it. I can now say that's beautiful, and it can stay right on the shelf, which is a huge transition. And also letting go of things that, old hobbies, that were very important to me 25 years ago, but I've still got all the stuff because I might, and the what ifs and that kind of thing. So the biggest change for me has been mindset. What is my life like now that I'm more advanced? I have the most amazing group of ladies and a few gentlemen that I meet with almost daily, and we discuss all the things that we have in common. And we help each other so much. And then Valerie, you say, "Oh, do you want to know why you're feeling that way?" And I say, "Well, yes, it's because of this." And then you say, "Well, yes and no." And then you explain it from there. So that is a huge part of it. My stress level has gone down unbelievably. As a military officer, as an educator, and even during COVID. I mean, COVID went from high stress as an educator and a military officer to no stress, which I think was worse than the high stress because I knew how to do stress. You just keep on marching. And I always prided myself as just keep going, do what's in front of you and do it the best anybody can do it. So I did that. And then to have nothing in front of me was absolutely devastating. And again, didn't know, but I learned all about cortisol and the high levels of cortisol in your body and how it just totally messes up your thinking and your body function and all of that. So learning how to reduce and tame cortisol has been a huge, huge part of it as well. So how does my shopping change? I ask myself, do I need this? How many others do I already have? Didn't I just give away 6 of those? If there's only 2 people in the house, why do we need a set of 8 glasses? So I go through a whole series of questions before I purchase anything. And also the biggest question is probably, why do I want this? Is it because I want to possess the pretty? Could I take a picture and have the same effect? So it has dramatically impacted the amount of stuff coming in the house that I buy. And reduced it for the most part to necessary items. Oh, absolutely. Clutter impacts relationships. Because I don't want to let people in the front door. And that's probably the biggest. I am embarrassed and ashamed of my clutter, and I live in a community where having a perfect house is a very expected standard. I don't have a perfect house. And rather than have to defend it, I don't let people in it. And I have loosened up on that a small amount, but I'm still not at the point where I can throw the door open and invite people in. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I would recommend Duell to anyone to people who struggle with accumulating clutter and more so releasing the clutter and not understanding why is it they can't do that. I love the coaching program. I've signed up for a 2nd year. It has taken me, it took me 8-9 months to declutter up here so that I could really focus on the clutter in my house. And that has become, I don't know if I want to use the word easier, much less painful. And again, that mindset of, do I need it? Do I use it? Could somebody else benefit? So I love Duell. I attend all the calls. The founders of Duell are probably the 2 most amazing people I have ever met. It is again, non-judgmental. Everybody is welcome with open arms. The continual support and innovation. There are always new things in the library, new resources, new programs, new ideas that just make it so exciting and with things to look forward to. I thought, why the heck would I want to re-up for another year? Because there's new stuff coming that I want to be part of. And again, I'm making progress now, and it took as long as it did, almost 9 months, to start actually decluttering. And now it's going, it's in process. And I'm also still learning all these other things. It's an amazing program, and Valerie and JM are truly fabulous people who have so much investment in what they do and helping other people. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Lauren is amazing.
Oh my, Lauren and her amazing, oh yes, her amazing story of success transformation. I'm so glad that you included that in today, and what a beautiful surprise. Thank you. Well, how does the program address trauma and help in creating a clutter-free, peaceful life filled with self-love?
So our program addresses trauma by integrating support and techniques from experts in brain science and mental health. We help participants understand the deep connection between trauma and clutter. The steps include guided decluttering, stress management, mindset shift, and personalized coaching. Now, while we do not use medical intervention in the program, our medical background allows us to complement therapy or medical procedure when necessary for physical or mental health purpose. This holistic approach not only clears physical clutter, but also promotes healing and self-love, leading to a peaceful and clutter-free life.
Can you talk about a typical week for someone in the program, and what are some of the common challenges?
Yes, and of course it depends on people and where they are in the program. But at the beginning, people come to some weekly calls. Some people will come to one call, some people may come to 5 calls. It's really depending of their need, okay? And we encourage them to work about 15 minutes inside the roadmap training and doing the action from the training for about another 15 minutes. So it's about 15 to 30 minutes daily. And after some time in the program, some people get to more calls because they want to, not because we force them to. And they start doing longer activity time per week without more effort or stress because they now feel more aligned and energized. So they already have a transformation that allow them to focus more. So about the challenges that can happen while in the program, I'd say the biggest one are life happens. And sometimes people get distracted, but they come back later. And they're always surprised that what they learned before that distraction, before that the life threw them a curveball, that they apply it during that period of time. And that period of time was easier than other curveball they had in their life. So sometimes people say, I have a setbacks. You know, it's kind of normal because the subconscious mind will fight on a life change. But I don't like the term setbacks. It's the terms that most people use. But with the right mindset and the tool, the setbacks become more consolidation, while in the program are often way shorter than they were before being in the program. And I will say, you know, sometimes people say, oh, I have a setbacks, but let's say they were having panic attacks 7 days a week, and now they have panic attack 2 days a week. When that panic attack happened, it's not a setback. We're at just 2 panic attacks out of 7 days, while before it was 7 out of 7. We're more advanced, and we're going progressively to have just 1 panic attack and eventually no more panic attack. So, yes.
Yeah, great improvements when one works the program, great improvements in life. Well, how can interested listeners get started with the program?
They can go on our website. Our website is dowellht.com, like dowellholistictransformation.com. And there's a bubble chat. There's a kind of a bubble in the bottom corner right of the website. And they can definitely start a conversation with one of our amazing team members. And from there, if they want to come into the program, they can say it, they can say what are their needs. And I can have a conversation with people, and then they can get into the program. And we don't just throw people in the program. We have an onboarding call to really make a transition so people learn the platform, when are the calls, where do I click to go on the calls? Because let's face it, a lot of people are used with technology when they are 15, 20, 25 years old. But when we get a little bit more wisdom in life, sometimes technology had changed since when we were 25 years old. So we have a team that really help people understand and be able to participate even if technology is not something easy for them. So that's an enrolling process. And after people start coming into the calls, and the ball goes on.
Thank you. Thank you, Valerie. This has been a wonderful experience. Thank you for inviting me to be your interviewer. And today we've looked at the science behind the program. We've looked at the roadmap, the community, the building of confidence, self-love, and a peaceful life. Do you have any other things you would like to share with our listeners before we tie up our episodes of this podcast?
You know, one of our participants at some point said, choose you. When you want to decide if you want to go on a life transformation journey, to be able to create the life you want, to be able to end permanently the suffering caused by clutter, her answer was, choose you. And I think I will let you on those words, choose you.
That is excellent advice. Choose you. Listeners, we invite you to choose you. We encourage you to check out the DOers Academy Momentum and take the first steps towards transforming your lives. And we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you so much, Tammy. It was such a pleasure to have you in this season of 8 podcasts that we made together. It was so enriching to have a different point of view and angle as well. And I hope, listener, that you enjoyed that different series into our Post-Trauma Secrets and Decluttering podcast channel. And we'll be back soon with new episode of our podcast.